Yeah, look like it's magic. Make it look like it's magic. Oh, make it look like it's magic.
Well, this after I had painted the jams. It's been sitting overnight. I'm finna go ahead and unmask everything. Then I go ahead and start putting my inner fender wells on and taking this core support off and putting the powder coated one on. Got everything unmasked. Got the core support laying over here. It's powder coated. And I got the two inner fender wells over here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the core support off first. Then I put the inner fender wells on because they actually sit in between the fender and the core support. The front lip do. So I think that's gonna be the plan. So I need to start removing the radiator and everything off of it first. Then I cut it back on. But I think I'm also gonna do, I'm gonna try to knock out. I got the front clip right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready for paint. Go on and sand everything down. Make sure they ain't got no imperfections and spots. Feather edge this here. I'm also gonna paint the mirrors. I got the mirrors somewhere. I think I got them out here somewhere. But I'm gonna paint the mirrors and I'm gonna paint the hinges because they rusted. I'm gonna paint them black. I'm just gonna try to get everything taken care of so I can go ahead and paint. Be ready to paint the car in a few days. I got my hinges and my bolts. I'm about to go ahead and spray some oven clean on them. Try to get some of that grease off them before I start sanding them. I'm just finna use this oven cleaner from the Dollar Tree. Once you let it sit for about 5 to 15 minutes, you can go ahead and start rinsing it off. That's what I'm about to do now. As you can see, it's done penetrated. Finishing up on the sanding, I just used a maroon Scotch-Brite. I done hit the bolts, and now I'm finna get ready to hang these up. I just got some string. I'm gonna hang them up. These two hinges. Also gonna hang this latch up. Then I'll be ready to shoot some paint on them. I'm just gonna spray everything with some regular spray paint, some Rust-Oleum high performance in that one. Got the hinges. I just rigged up something just to spray on my side. Just the latch. Just about got everything buttoned up on this front side. I done painted the hinges. You can't really see them because the sun going down. Alright, there you go. But I got the hinges painted and my latch here. I got this tightened down. I got it lined up like I want it. And I haven't fully tightened the fender wheels up because I'm gonna wait till I paint it. I ain't put these bolts on here. I just put the back side on, as you can see. But I'm gonna wait till I paint everything, then I tighten all that up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding down this front clip. Wait 1 second, let me go in here and show you. This is the front clip. I done washed it off, tried to get some of the dirt off because it was sitting outside for a minute. But I gotta prep this bumper filler up because it's raw plastic. I'm gonna have to prep it up, put some prime on it. I'm also gonna sand all this down, get all these imperfections out. It looked like somebody had already started on putting some filler in it. So I'm just gonna sand it down, feather edge this here. Plus I also got some rear bumper fillers over here. Gotta prep these up for paint because he had just one on there, but I had these for my 4-door box Chevy. I just ain't never used them, so I'm gonna use them on this one here. And the only thing I'm gonna use is some 180. Just gonna sand it down just so the primer will stick. Then once I fix all the imperfections and stuff on here, I prime it up. Alright, let me show you a little bit what I done. See, I got this here feather edge. If you run your finger across it, you don't feel no line. Not like this over here. See, this here ain't feather edge. I'm gonna have to get that line out because if I don't, when I paint it, that line will still be showing. Pretty much got this side here done, except the bumper filler. I'm just gonna hit that with a maroon Scotch Brite. Scuff it up, put a primer. And I'm gonna hit it around here with a Scotch Brite. I got it all sanded down. Went on to sand this with the maroon Scotch Brite. And I touched up my little spots that I needed some fill in it. I just put some glaze and put on it. Just little minor imperfections. And this the glazing putty I use. It's by Evercoat. Polyester glazing putty. I also sanded the rim bumper fillers. It was already primed, because you could tell from this black on this Scotch Brite. But I'm going to re-prime it and sand it down some more. I'm going to let this dry some more. Then I'll sand this down. Then I'll be ready for some primer. Got the front clip set up for primer. Everything wiped down with wax and grease remover. I'm going to spray this plastic bumper filler. I'm going to spray that with an adhesion promoter first. Just so my primer will be able to stick to it a lot better. I'm just going to use some out of spray can, Duplicolor adhesion promoter. And I might go ahead and spray this with some adhesion promoter also, which it was already primed, but I'm not sure if they sprayed it or not. But I sanded it down, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that also. Be on the safe side. There you have it. I put about 4. I know it was at least 4 coats. Some areas probably was 5. I just emptied the cup on it. I seen this little spot here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's about the only spot I actually seen. I'm gonna fill that with some glazing putty. That primer, it brings out everything. But the rest of it, I should be able to block and get it smooth. I'm gonna let this dry up. Then I'm gonna take it outside. Then I'm gonna bring the car back in because I had repaired some spots on the car that I seen. I'm gonna bring it back in and prime them spots. This what I got going on now. I'm finna spray the primer on all the spots that I had repaired. When I took the mirror off, this was kind of pushed in, so I had to put some fill on it. And along here, you can see a paint line. I went on and feather edged that. Plus on the bottom side, on both sides, it was some clips here. And when I took the clips off, you could see where the paint Well, the last paint I just painted over the clips and it left a flaking edge. So I sanded all that down on both sides, trying to get it smooth, which is going to be covered up with the trim at the bottom. I just went on and fixed it because it look a lot better. Then you ain't got to worry about the paint flaking in the future. This side here, it wasn't pushed in, it just where the paint was bridged. I just feather edged all that also. And along this top, put some glaze and put it on it. It's gonna be some trim right here, but I just like to get everything pretty much smooth as I can before I start painting. On this back side also, it's gonna be some trim where the tail lights go right here, but I just wanted to get it smooth. A little spot here, just gonna shoot some prime up in there, then I'll be good to go. Also, right here, I sanded this on down because it was flaking. I could see where it was starting to flake, so I think that's about it. I'm about to go ahead and mask everything off, then I'll shoot the primer. I just masked off just around the areas I'm gonna spray the primer. Like right here. I didn't worry about nothing up here because I ain't gonna be spraying up there. I'm gonna spray along this front because I had feather edged that some. Knocked it down, so I'm gonna prime that back up. Also up in here. Got the quarter top masked off. Let me go ahead and mix this prime up. Once I got through spraying the primer, I seen a few more spots that I hit with some glazing putty. Just little minor imperfections, wasn't that big, like right here. And some of the spots I had sprayed a little bit more primer on some of them. Like back here, when I was unmasking it, I touched it and it was still wet, so I had to fix that. And along this bottom, I just put some glazing putty there. Seen a few imperfections. Also on this top, I had repaired it. I seen some imperfections up here also, and I repaired it and I sprayed some more primer. That's why this primer darker than that primer. And this back side, same way. It wasn't that big, it was just minor. I probably could have got it out once I wet sanded it, but it didn't hurt to put that on it. And let me take you around here, show you what I'm finna do now. I got some flat black spray paint. If it'll focus. And I'm gonna use this for my guide coat. Wait 1 second, I'm gonna get this other guide coat and show you. This the guide coat I was talking about. It's a dry guide coat. You use the application pad and wipe it on. But I'd rather use some flat black spray paint. It's like 99¢. This can here, it'll last on a few cars. So let me go ahead and start putting my guide coat on there. Then I install my front clip because I still got to install it. I installed the front clip and my rear bumper fillers. Got them right here also. Then I'll be ready to wet sand and start painting. Okay, we're gonna start up here on this hood. I don't know if you can see the overspray when I did the jam of the hood, but it's some overspray along the edge. You ain't gotta worry about that because that'll help. Also, this is like a guide coat. Once you knock that overspray off, it's good and flat. That's what this gonna be here. This flat black spray paint. You just want to lightly put it on. You don't want to put it on that heavy. Lightly put it on. Just shake it up real good. I don't know if the camera focusing, but that's how you want it. Probably can see it right here a lot better. Let me go ahead and put my mask on and finish it up. These are the side mirrors here. I had primed them on the car when I had primed the car the first time, but I couldn't actually prime them right because they were attached to the door and the windows was in the way. So like on this side here, I couldn't get no primer, so it's best to paint them when they're off the car. And also this here, it was painted on the car the first time, so I had just went on and kept it on there, but I'm gonna take it off and clean it up on both of the mirrors. It's shipping right there, so I'm just gonna feather edge all this here, get it ready for paint. And I'm gonna paint these before I paint the car. Got this mirror here wet sanded. I'm just wet sanding with some 400 grit sandpaper. I feel a little rough area here. I gotta hit this some more. I'm gonna spray some aerosol can primer on this back side just to be on the safe side, which I don't think I need it, but it ain't gonna hurt. I don't want no kind of reaction when I start painting. Got the sanding done. You see I went on and masked it up. I also cleaned these up and sanded them down. I'm gonna prime these and paint these flat black. This the primer I'm gonna use. Aerosol Rust-Oleum. Like I said, I'm just gonna hit the part that's not primed. That's what the flat black look like. It's still flashing off. It ain't all the way dry. But on these mirrors here, I had a mishap on this one. When I was spraying this one, I was trying to position it on the table, and I had them on the edge, and this one started falling off, so I had to catch it. When I caught it, I left fingerprints. And I just took a rag, a dry rag, and just dabbed it, trying to feather edge them fingerprints out. And you could see the texture, but I put enough prime on it to flatten all that out once I wet sand it. I don't know if you could see it, but I could see it. Once these dry fully, I'll go ahead and wet sand this with 400 grit again. Then I'll be ready to shoot some base. Don't spray it with candy. I decided to go ahead and paint these rear bumper fillers with the mirrors. So I'll be wet sanding these with 400 grit sandpaper and paint these also. Ready for some base coat now. Got the mirrors hung up by some chains. And I got the rear bumper fillers. It's 3/4 of the charcoal gray metallic. Think I'm ready for the candy now. It's gonna be the candy Brandywine by Hurricane. This is just the candy. I think it laid down pretty good.
Box Ride, the Southern Chevy TV presents Miss Ruby, a 89 Chevy Caprice LS, coming out the muddy Mississippi.
Oh, you done did it now. The streets done woke up a sleeping giant, and it's about to go down, baby.
I'm talking about a car so clean. Chevy Box Rider got it shining like a brand new diamond, baby. With a 6-liter engine, when you crank her up, you can hear it from a block away.
I told y'all wasn't ready.
And don't get it twisted. We're keeping it old school, baby, with 22-inch Dayton wild wheels.
With the full tires, man.
Cause if your paint ain't shine and your rims don't bling, you ain't clean.
And that's for real, man.
Cause we taking this thing to a whole nother level, so get ready. This ad was brought to you by Southern Chevy TV, home of Miss Ruby.
Nobody really gave a damn about us. We never stopped.